Good morning, good afternoon, good night, depending on your time zone. Today we're going to be talking about EMBS Chapter Award. My name is Abigail Terron and I'm from Region 9. Sueli.
And good morning again. My name is Sueli Fleury. I'm a professor at University of Brasília in Brazil and my share of joy section. Thank you very much for being here today. And the purpose of today's presentations is to encourage chapters to apply for awards.
So our welcome message will be from Dr. Roberto Lavarello.
Yes, hello, and thank you to everybody for organizing this particular panel, and thank you for everybody attending. Well, my name is Roberto Lavarello. I am currently the VP-elect for member and student activities, and the idea behind this panel is to describe and motivate everybody to apply for the EMBS awards. We have not received as many candidates as we wanted to receive in previous incarnations of the awards in recent years, in the sense that we have over 10,000 members worldwide distributed across every single geographical region on Earth. And we don't feel that the diversity of candidates that we're receiving fully represents the diversity of membership that we have. And we think that there are many meritorious members and chapters throughout the world that are doing great things that should be of value for EMBS and the society in general. And we want to encourage everybody who's worthy to apply, and there are so many of you. So hopefully this panel helps you understand, what's the idea behind these awards, what is it that we're looking for, and you feel encouraged, to show what you're doing for EMB, for biomedical engineering, for electrical engineering in general, and you apply. So let's see how this goes. Thank you, Abigail.
Thanks for the message. And first, we're going to start talking about what is the chapter chair role. And the reason why we want to give an overview about this is because this person and its team, it basically have a big part of the success of a chapter. So over here, basically this person is responsible to have activities and programs that interest the members. And some of the goals will be to sustain the chapter by creating support network. Some of the best practices that you can have to have an outstanding chapter will be to encourage having different trainings. We encourage you to go to IEEE Center for Leadership Excellence. In there is a training for technical chapter chairs as well. We also encourage to have constant communication with your members and engage with them to add some value to their membership, EMB membership as well. Create surveys to understand their needs and what they would like to have as a member of EMB. And also maintain an active chapter by having constant activities and have joint activities within your region and global.
And now I will talking about, we do not like to move on the categories. Please, next. All those categories of chapters, professional, join, student and club, it is time to nominate, but that make outside contribution to our areas of interest to the EEE and EBS, of course, and have a dedicated officers, chapter officers. There are a first step to winning to the outside chapter award. Next, please, Abigail. Here, this slide shows you the requirements, some tips too, for the outside chapters awards. Please note that any chapter is good standing is eligible, but that the same chapter cannot be awarded more than 2 years in a row. Give this award your best effort. It is an honor to be selected, and more importantly, you will be proud to serve your members well. Then we'll look at overview. In this first point, for example, you engage the chapter officers. In this case, provide some details of programs and maybe some statistics. And we need to know the requirements on an activity chapter. For example, official memberships detail up to date, including email address and other examples. And we would like to see this type of action. For example, activity actions, technical actions, promote education actions. It's very important to you know this. Show why you are rock start it react section. Provide information on programs and all information about the participants, the other things is important for measurables. Measurable results consolidate the organization's activities and the chapter committee. The next, thank you.
And over here, what information is needed for the application? So you can see the link here. This is embs.org. This is part of what is in the nomination. So you will select under which area you would like to nominate. If you would like to nominate a professional chapter, you will select the EMBS chapter that is here on the left. If you have a student chapter, you will select the EMBS student chapter club. You will add your chapter club name, the section this chapter belongs to, the region, and what is the website. If you have a site under IEEE.org, it will be site IEEE.org and the information you have in there. Also, you will include your Facebook page. This will give them an example of all the activities that you perform and how you communicate with your members as well. Then you will also add the chair name of this chapter, an email address of the person, and the number of activities you have performed throughout the year. What date you formed this chapter. Like if you form this chapter today, it will be, as an example, it will be March 26, 2022, the date that you will put over here. And the most important part here, it will be the nominator date. You will have a document that you will convert in PDF file. In there, the nominator will explain why this chapter deserves to have an outstanding award, what type of activities they perform, what type of information they provided, and what makes them outstand from the rest of the chapters in the world. So basically here, the nominator will need to include the email, attach that document, and if you'd like to receive a copy of your nomination, you can also select the box on the bottom that says send copy to my response and submit the nomination.
Great, it's a great moment now. It's a very important moment. In addition to all the benefits to trying to keep the activities active in your chapter, see how excellent the winners receive prize, award prize and travel grant. Honor and mention on the EMBS website and social media, professional and student chapters receive money, honorarium given to chapter, and travel grant. Maybe there is also the possibility of a travel grant for the chapter president or a nominated representative to attend the EMBS 2022 to receive this important award. Okay.
So over here, we will have Kanita to talk about the experience of the past recipients.
Thank you very much, Abigail. So I have tried to contact some of chapters and student clubs to share with us the experience from previous EMBS Chapters Award. And I have also asked them to send us a short video to tell us about the experience and why they win. And here I would like to share some of the video. We will start with the student club from Moratuva chapters.
Greetings from Sri Lanka. We are IEEE Engineering in Medicine and Biology Student Branch Chapter of University of Moratuva, the affiliated student body at University of Moratuva, Sri Lanka, which works in collaboration with the biomedical specialization in the Department of Electronic and Telecommunication Engineering. Since its inception, the student chapter has rendered a tremendous contribution to creating awareness on engineering in medicine and biology, not only in the university community, but also in the Sri Lankan general public. We are the proud winners of the most outstanding student chapter of the Asia Pacific region in 2019-2020 Chapter Awards, IEEE Engineering in Medicine and Biology Society. As active IEEE EMBS members, you might be wondering what are the most crucial factors for a chapter to win the EMBS Chapter Awards. Well, from our point of view, it is the social impact induced by the organized events of a chapter. And we believe several critical factors pave the way towards a more fruitful social impact. In our opinion, positive feedback from the guests and participants, the quality of the event, the number of participants, and the variety of participants stand as key performance indicators of a successful event. It is our primary goal to ensure that the above factors are enhanced with each event each year. An event must have some novelty in it to a certain extent in order to attract participants and increase the numbers and make it unique from the other events worldwide. The sustainability of an event verifies the magnitude of its social impact. A sustainable event ensures the existence of parties including industry, academic professionals, and the students that gain benefits from the arranged event. Chapter events can highly contribute to raising awareness among the community, not only about the EMBS, but also about the new technology, the practices, the trends, new knowledge, and revolutionary inventions and innovations in the field of engineering in medicine and biology in general. This can attract even better opportunities to the chapters to impact society in more fruitful manners. A unity of a particular club or a society will reach a maximum output of any event or work. Successful events can grab the attention of people with the same interests and inspire them to join the community to contribute to the betterment of the society. The increase of awareness can eventually aid the biomedical engineering industry and research because, first, this opens up the opportunity for budding innovators to meet the industry and the research community and present their valuable ideas and improve themselves with the feedback of those great figures in the field. And second, industries can use this knowledge to improve their products, and the research community would be inspired to experiment further into the subjects, ultimately reaching even greater heights. Now, let's look into the benefits you can gain by joining an EMBS chapter. A major benefit would be the ability to obtain a depth of information on historical, current, and future biomedical industries. We may also learn about technology and research that is taking place throughout the world. The connections we can make with industry, academics, and research can be another splendid benefit. Because biomedical is a multidisciplinary field, we will have the opportunity to collaborate with people from various fields like IT, medicine, quality assurance, and so on. In addition to that, we may develop our soft skills and social abilities like critical thinking, problem solving, public speaking, professional writing, teamwork, and leadership from these experiences and interactions. The third important benefit a member can experience in our point of view is a chance to make a positive impact on society. As engineering undergraduates, our primary intention is to be a part of the force that helps solve general problems that occur in society. Therefore, this will be a huge opportunity for all of us to figure out how we can take an approach to our primary intention of helping society in its problems.
And that's from the University of Moratuwa Student Branch Chapter. I actually used to work with U of Moratuwa Student Chapter many times, directly and indirectly. They are quite very active student clubs and chapter. They have lots of activities every month, and they have a lot of participation when EMBS headquarters try to arrange anything like webinars and conferences and everything. They're trying to join as many as they can, and that is pretty awesome for the Moratuwa chapters. And another one from Ecuador chapter, I think Ecuador, from my point of view, I work with EMBC, the flagship conference of EMBS for many years, and I found that Ecuador has submitted to the chapters award many times, and they eventually win one time, and this is the video from Ecuador chapter, so let's see their point of view.
Hello everyone from Ecuador. In order to earn chapter awards, it's important to maintain an effective internal organization of the group. In that way, develop important activities on behalf of the community, whether for social or academic reasons. Then you should submit a complete application and supporting documents to the EMBS Executive Director. Here, you must detail your accomplishments, objectives, organization, motivations, and future plans.
The benefits of becoming a member of EMBS chapter are different, but the most important are being part of the world's largest organization for medical engineers, which will create your professional networking. It is important because it is a skill for your lifetime of career success. It is possible with IEEE apps like IEEE Collaborotech. Also, you have access to continuing education and resources from EMBS and IEEE, where you can get access to academic databases such as IEEE Explore, and education programs like IEEE.tv and IEEE Learning Network.
Other benefits are technical update via subscription, an IEEE Spectrum, and the Institute discounts on IEEE articles, IEEE Wiley ebooks, and an event sponsored or co-sponsored by EMBS.
And that's from Ecuador, everyone. And actually, one great thing for the Chapters Award is they will have a travel grant, right? From what we have said before, and then we all could make it and meet each other at our flagship conference at EMBC. And for this year is at Glasgow, right, Scotland. And hopefully for all of the chapters and student club who won the award, we can all meet together over there at Glasgow. And back to you, Abigail.
Thank you very much, Kanita. Excellent presentations there. Over here. So now I'm going to talk a little about how many chapters we have globally. So you can see here from the bottom top, region 1 to region 10. So it doesn't matter if your region have few chapters, you still have the opportunity to become an outstanding, obtaining a standing chapter award. It just depends on the activities you perform. It depends on how strong your chapter is. So don't be intimidated because you think that other regions are bigger than yours. So be part of this extraordinary experience. As they mentioned, you can also travel and represent your chapter as well, your region as well. And it will be good to have diversity in these awards. And we encourage you to apply. So be ready. We're going to mention the link again, and we'll continue over here. with how you can join EMB if you're not part of EMB.
Abigail,
Pardon me?
Abigail, yeah, can I just interrupt you with one question? I think maybe Professor Roberto, who is in the award committee, maybe he can inform us whether what is going to be the format for this year sort of chapter award. Will there be a regional award winner and an overall winner, or is it just going to be one winner for all? Maybe Professor Roberto can brief us on this before we move on to joining EMBS. I hope you don't mind.
No problem whatsoever. Let me see. So that's an interesting question. So the actual structure of the chapter awards has changed somehow in the past few years. In the past, we only had one award, and it was awarded one for the student chapters and one for the professional chapters, and those were awarded to the best overall chapter according to the selection committee, and that was it. In 2019, if I don't recall incorrectly, EMB implemented, or was it in 2020, we implemented regional awards. So we had one winner per each one of the regions, and from those winners, we would select an overall winner. That was somehow, not exactly, reverted back last year, in the sense that you will see we only have one call for best chapter, both for students and for professionals. So there won't be a call for region 1, region 2, or regions 1 through 7, and then region 9, 10, and so on and so forth. That's not what you will see. It will be one call. However, what the selection committee is doing is they are identifying runner-ups by regions. And the runner-ups are also being notified of them being runner-ups. So this year, for example, we had, a best student chapter, and then we had runner-ups from regions 1 to 6. We had one runner-up for region 7. We had one runner-up for region 8, and also for region 9 and for region 10. So that's basically the way that this would be handled, in order to also recognize the excellent work that's happening throughout. So we not only celebrate the overall winner, but also give recognition to regional runner-ups.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Jude and Dr. Lavarello. That was an excellent information, Jude. So now we're going to talk about how you can join EMBS if you're not part of EMBS.
Yes, it's a great moment to join EEE EMBS, become part of your community of technology engineer professionals, united by a common desire to learn, interact, collaborate, and continuously innovate. It's a very important area. There is many categories. We have a categories that suits you. Who can join. Your membership is open to individuals who, through education or experience, because EMBS is an organization composed of the engineers and clinicians. It promotes interaction between the two groups by facilitating joint research projects that will ultimately improve the application of technology in medical care. EEE offers the following membership levels. Can you see in this slide, for example? Please, next, please. Thank you, Abigail. And there are two easy ways to become member. The first is to go to your website, EMBS. Click here in the field, in these fields with your personal details, and that's it. It's come in with us. That gives you the opportunity to keep up with the technology change and expand your network again with the other professional in your region or in specific technique field on the interest. Next, please. Also, now to go to your website, EEE, follow this instruction. You search of EMB, go to this page and search for your EMB. After that, oh, great. You would remove a major limit for me and develop the new technologies for healthcare. The lack of interaction between doctors and engineers, finished, is never more. Here at EMB, you are like to have that opportunity to join with us. Thank you, Abigail.
Excellent, thank you very much. And also, if you're interested in creating an EMB chapter, we have some instructions here for you. So first of all, how you can create an EMBS chapter. So a chapter should be a technical subunit. And basically, this will be inside of your section, or it can be inside of your university as well. You can create joint chapters. It could be either one country with another country, or one university with a different university. And you can join if you don't have enough members, as we are going to mention in the next couple of slides. To create the chapter, you will need the organizer needs to be an IEEE member with a higher grade than a graduate student member. You need to have a minimum of 6 months within EMB in order to become a chapter chair. Also, you need an endorsement. The endorsement can come from your section chair, and also can come from the region director as well. Also, you will need to have a petitioner's signature. For this, you will need 12 active IEEE members within the EMB. And they need to be part of EMB for at least 6 months. Once they signed up that petition, then it will go over the approval area, and this will go from the region director, also by the society president or the director of the region within the EMB chapter as well. And basically, you can also become part of the chapter and join this opportunity to be an outstanding chapter as well. Now we're going to talk about the chapter development, so you can get to know our team as well.
Okay, now you look introduced, but first I apologize in advance for any errors in pronunciation of names, in specific names. I will introduce Martin Nekey, our EEE EMBS president, Laura Hoff, executive director, Caroline McGregor, the student activities, Dr. Lee, chapter develop chair, Deidre Artis, senior program specialist, Kanita, the special program, digital media. Hi, and next, Latin America, Abigail, and me, Suelia. Next, please. Midwest and Africa, there is Hi, Sam El Mohake, I think it's this, the EEE Jordan section, and the Hayard Hadmart, the EEE Jordan section too. Can you move on? North America, Jean-Marie, Zafar Takef, and Hassan Singh. Next, move on. Europe, Carlos Ferreira, EEE Section Portugal, Iskiprita Golomedi, the EEE Greece, and Grigori, the EEE Russia, and Yassini Waribi, EEE Tunisia. Can you move on? Asia, Supaoti, University of EEE Thailandia, Alpha Shayo, EEE China, Shihan, EEE India, and Shan Bontong, EEE China.
Excellent, thank you, Suelia. So the reason why we're showing the committee is because depending on your region and your area, you can contact any of us and we can help you answering any questions, or if you want to join our team as well, you are welcome to be part of our team. If you have any questions regards the award, you can also ask any of us. We are a team, we are a family, and we're here to help you as well. We want to give you some thank you. Over here we have our emails, Abigail and Suelia's email. So feel free to write any to us any questions. We will be happy to help you anytime. And for the closing, we will have Dr. Lee.
Thank you, Abigail. Sorry. May I share a screen?
Sure.
Can you all see the PDF file? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, in closing, I have 3 points to make. Point number 1, I have one little thing that I would like to add to the sharing for those who are interested to submit for the chapter award. And this is a sample of the format of the PDF file that you are supposed to be appending to your application. So I would suggest you would use a format like this to consolidate the achievement, complete with the V2 links as well as the link to photos of activities. So this is a sample of it. Perhaps you would start with some general information about your chapter, and then that would be the chapter officer information, the statistical data of your member, the statistic data on your activities, and then special achievement of the chapter. Have you won any award? And have you got into collaboration with industry, other chapters, and other what we call the society, and so on. And then for the chapter activities, it would be good if you can categorize them according to membership development, education activities, technical activities, professional activities, student activities, humanity activities, and so on. Perhaps you could add a little bit on the future planning for the chapter, and especially if you have gotten some sponsorship from the industry or the non-IEEE organization unit, like your community professional bodies, that would be very helpful for your applications. So just make sure, don't forget your V2 links as well as the link to the photo activities. Okay. And point number 2 that I would like to make is that this is only one of the other webinars in planning by the Chapter Development Committee, all aiming to help growing healthy, dynamic, and vibrant chapters through experience sharing as well as exchange. And I would also like to inform that the Chapter Development Committee has gotten approval for 2 initiatives. One would provide for the financial assistance for new chapter set up in 2022. And another would extend EMB appreciation to any EMB member succeeded in bringing up a new chapter in 2022. So stay tuned to our social media, okay, to the chapter development website, as well as the EMB newsletter, okay, for official announcement in the not too far future, right, in the near future. And also, by the way, I would like to invite all chapter chairs to meet with us at the EMB or EMBC 2022 Scottish Event Centre, Glasgow, Scotland, on the 12th of July. There will be a meeting for all the chapter chairs with food provided. And also, there will be a help desk for you to drop by. So please drop by and take a photo with us. And for point number 3 is on behalf of the VP, Vice President of Chapters, and also student, Professor Caroline, I would like to extend my appreciation and thanks to all the attendees for giving us their precious time on Saturday for betterment of the chapter. Professor Roberto, the Vice President for Chapters and Student-elect, for a motivating message. The 2020 Chapter Award winner, Ecuador Chapter, as well as the Moratua Student Chapter, for their generosity in sharing experience. And last but not least, Abigail, Suela, Kanita, thank you for your time, effort, and most of all, courage to spearhead the very first EMB Chapter Development Committee webinars, and aiming to bring global recognitions to more and more chapters globally. Thank you. With this, I would like to announce the closing of the webinar, but I'm not sure if there are any questions from the floor. Are there any, or we shall call it a day for this seminar?
I don't see any questions on the chat currently.
Yeah, chat box? Yeah. Okay. Right. So then, shall we just say bye? Thank you
very
all.
much. Thank you,
Yes.
everyone.
Bye,
Thank you
everybody.
very
Thank
much.
you.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.